Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today, we're going to look at women's entitlement, particularly fat women's entitlement, as into why fat, overweight women have the idea that they're entitled to the highest level males they can get. And we will look at a video where potentially one of these fat women catfished a guy, and then when they were supposed to meet for a date to maybe hook up, the guy basically did a 180 and ran. So we'll take a look at the hilarity and we'll analyze why women think this way. I think that this starts with Western society, where women are constantly being bombarded with messaging that, oh, you're beautiful at any size. Actually, we're going to put the fattest women we can find in our magazines. This is what's desirable. If you go to a department store, you'll even see that even they're putting obese mannequins on display. And this is not normal. But again, you and I were red-pilled. That's why, thank you for watching my videos. But women that are blue-pilled, women that believe in the whole feminist Kool-Aid, they see, oh, well, my body is just good this way. This is natural. But God forbid they ever put overweight male mannequins. You notice that the male mannequins are still, they still have the classic wide shoulders, narrow hip, narrow waistline. And women are constantly bombarded with this propaganda. That's one aspect. The second aspect is, unfortunately, simps. With social media and simping being so endemic, these fat women, they will never want to bang the simps that constantly compliment them, but they will gladly accept the compliments. So they live like where two parts of their brain don't make sense. One, where they're getting pumped and dumped constantly by the chads they manage to trick into banging them. But on the other hand, when they feel sad, they run to their simps for their simps to make them feel better. And then once they feel better, okay, I guess I can go for the next chad. So it's a cycle of constantly simps feeding into their ego to make them, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you only weigh more than the average man, but you're still gorgeous. And I believe that this society plus the cycle of simping is what leads women to be this delusional. So I came across this video about this woman. So let's take a look and then we'll analyze it.
Supposed to have a date tonight. We met online. I invited him to my studio. He showed up and he shook my hand and I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, hey, great. Is there a bathroom around here? He goes to the bathroom. Oh, he's gone for like 15 minutes. I'm like, damn, he's taking a, you know what? And then it's been 30 minutes. And then I'm like texting my girlfriend, like, what do I do? And she's like, go check on him. I'm like, check on him in the bathroom? Taking his shit? He ain't in the bathroom. He's gone. That motherfucker is gone. He left. He ain't lost. He's gone. It's been like an hour and a half now. That motherfucker left.
Okay, so she's eating herself to tears. Let's analyze what we just saw. But before that, do me a favor and like and subscribe. Help the channel grow. As this channel grows, I'll be able to make more content for you guys on a more regular basis. At this point, it's like a hobby, but if I'm able to start making some money from these videos, I will continue to make more content for you guys to enjoy. All right, so let's take a look. First thing, they met online. Obviously, he met her based on her online profile, wherever that might be. We can assume it's a dating website or Instagram. So he met her and he saw her via her pictures. And then she invited him to her studio. And this tells me that, okay, they haven't met before. She invited him to her studio. So this was likely a hookup. Because a normal girl is not going to invite a guy for the first meeting. The guy might be a creep. The guy might be a serial killer. So women take their safety into account. Because, again, women love safety. That's why they keep voting for it. Oh, more safety, more compassion. So, but she invited him to her studio, whether that's her work studio or her studio apartment. I don't know. Don't matter. But the bottom line is that she met this stranger in a private place, which again, we can surmise he was hot enough to kind of pass a smell test where she's like, oh, well, I'm not sure about this guy. Let me meet him in a public place. So she directly invited him to her place, whether it's her job's work studio or her apartment studio. Okay, and then the first thing that he does is that he shakes her hand. This is immediately a red flag for her because, as you guys who have watched my channel know, usually you want to kind of shit test a girl and see if the girl is willing to get close to you or if she immediately has a repulsion from you. This way you kind of see if the girl digs your vibe too. But on the opposite end, he was repulsed by her, so he offered her just a hearty handshake. And mind you, we can surmise from the video that they likely met to hook up. So we're meeting for a hookup, and here's my handshake. Because holy shit, now that I'm seeing the whole lot of you, this is not what I came here for. This is not the woman I came to meet. And if she agreed for a hookup right off the bat without even having an initial date in a public place just to meet, as I said before, then we can also surmise that this guy, he is in the top 4% of men in attractiveness. It doesn't matter if he has a job or not. It doesn't matter. The point is that she found him hot enough to invite her directly to her place when they haven't even met in public once for him to see the whole wad of her. And, you know, maybe he didn't have his harpoon ready, but again, we can assume that the guy's at least highly attractive for her to agree to this. Because even damaged women, as damaged as women can be, they still have their head up their ass, so they have this very high standard of the men that they're going to hook up with. So after the hearty, friendly handshake, the first thing he asks for is for the bathroom. And for her, it doesn't click immediately. Because then she has to text her girlfriend to confirm with her girlfriend, oh shit, I think he bounced. And this shows that she's oblivious. Again, she's overweight. She's obnoxious. She looks like a slob. The fact that she's oblivious to the fact that she's a 1.5 or a 2 on her SMV out of 10. And the fact that she's in disbelief that this guy bounced after actually seeing what she really looks like, it shows that her entitlement, the fact that she's like, oh, I deserve these high-level men. And the problem is that, again, Western society pushes this between the brainwashing from the mainstream media, fat is beautiful, and all the simps. It shows her entitlement based on the fact that even if it's just a hookup, oh, I can get this guy. Now, look at men. When men see a woman that they're very attracted to, most guys that are not as experienced, even red pill guys, they immediately have the like the gut check because they feel, oh my God, she's very pretty, she's very hot, she's very cute. So they feel like, oh shit, am I attractive enough for her? So they get intimidated. But on the opposite end, you have these women that are extremely below average, but, oh well, I'm inviting this guy over to my studio for a hookup. So they're entitled. They don't have an intimidation as to, this guy being attractive or being way above me in SMV because they believe that they're hot themselves. This is the entitlement that modern women have. But now I can imagine all the women who come across this video screaming, oh, but her personality, it's her personality that probably won him over. And no, her personality is obnoxious. That's why she looks like a fat slob. I mean, after she says he left, she starts to try to laugh at the guy while munching on some kind of bread and cheese or it looks like some kind of fast food as she's laughing, eating her pain and as she's laughing at him, you can see that she wants to cry. This is not a nice, normal girl, but yet in her head, she's attractive. She's high level. I can get guys to hook up with me. And when Chad or Tyrone break my heart, I'll run and I have all these simps telling me I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful. Normally, this kind of woman would be dating and marrying guys that look like this guy over here. But instead, these ham beasts, they live their life as empowered modern women where they open themselves to get harpooned by Chads and Tyrones who will simply pump and dump them. I mean, again, if a guy shows up to hook up with her and the guy's drunk enough and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm here already, right? He's going to go through with it. But then he's going to hate himself and he's never going to call her back. And then this kind of girl is going to sob into her pizza, stuff her face with more things, say all men are awful, then go on some kind of social media and have Sims telling her, oh, baby, you're beautiful. He's an idiot or whatever. And then little by little, these women, that could have been perfectly adequate for an overweight, below average guy, they lose their ability to pair bond. And then once they age out, where even even Photoshop filters, even online filters can't make them attractive enough, then they'll simply cover themselves in tattoos, dye their hair blue, and continue to spread the feminist mind virus to the rest of the young, pretty women in society. And it's these types of women that over time weakens and destroys Western civilization. All because they believe the blue pill lie that, oh, I'm a fat slob, I'm attractive because I'm a woman. So my word of advice is, for the sake of society, avoid these women. And when you come across these types of women, do not go out of your way to respect them. Don't disrespect them either, but don't show them any kind of extra attention or any extra kind of respect. At the end of the day, they will laugh at you if you don't do what they want, what they believe in their head they are entitled to. They will laugh at you. And also, why should you respect them when obviously they don't respect themselves? Don't be a simp for these ham beasts. And thank you for listening to this video to the end. What have your experiences been with ham beasts trying to hit on you or trying to laugh at you when you point out to their face that they weigh more than you? Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, help the channel grow, and then hopefully we can turn this into a community of like-minded men who help each other out. This is Reese. See you next time, guys. Peace.